Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Sunday, May 22nd slate of NBA and MLB action. I'm super excited to dive into it. We, of course, do have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Golden State Warriors Game 3 on, but we also do have a lot of baseball going on as well. A lot of the games do start pretty early on the Sunday slate, as opposed to a lot of them starting in the evening. But regardless, I do think it should still be a fantastic day of both baseball and basketball, so I'm really excited to dive into it. But before we go ahead and dive into it, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Like I said, I do think I'll be doing a giveaway at the end of this upcoming week, so make sure that you guys are subscribed for that. But like I said, if you guys are new, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post and you guys don't miss a video. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. Now, next, I did just want to go ahead and address the editing is going to be looking a lot different as of today, and the reason being is just because my editor is currently out of the state, so he will not be able to edit my videos, or at least for now. I am going to try to put the overlay on, but you guys won't have like the cool transitions. You guys won't have like the, just some of the very easy stuff. I'm going to try to get everything working essentially. But odds are it's not going to look nearly as good. That's why I hire him. That's why he is my editor, because he's so much better at the actual editing than I am. So I just wanted to address that before we go ahead and dive into everything. So that's going to be the reason why it does look a little bit different. It's just because my editor is going to be out of the state, so he sent me an overlay early. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. We will do a quick recap as of yesterday. All I got to say is I was completely wrong on all of the baseball picks. We'll go ahead and talk about it just a little bit, but it was not pretty whatsoever. So we will start off with the one play that we did end up cashing, and it was Jimmy Butler under 4.5 assists. It was very unfortunate when it came to how we won the bet, just because Jimmy Butler did end up getting injured. And so because of that, I mean, with Jimmy Butler injured, there was just no, I don't know. I love winning money. I love winning bets, but at the same time, I don't want it to be because someone got injured. Regardless, he did end up playing until halftime, and at halftime, he did have 2. So who really knows if he would have got 3 more in the second half? I don't know. Or he could have just finished with 2 more, finished just short, just on the hook. Who really knows? But that one did end up working out for us, a plus 115. So that was a nice little profit there. Then we did have the Red Sox and the Mariners under 9 runs. This was an absolute slugfest from the first inning. I think in the first inning, the Mariners did have like 3 runs. I think the Red Sox answered back with like 1 or 2, so there was like 4 or 5 runs scored in the first inning. Both teams were just absolutely blistering baseballs. Then we had the Padres and the Giants over 7. Once again, was a bad read by me. They went well under this. I think they finished with like 3, I believe. So that one, both defenses, and I feel like for the Padres and the Giants game, I feel like both defenses really played extremely well. So I think that definitely played into the under hitting. So just the wrong calls on the MLB plays. We're going to bounce back today, though, for sure. So let's go ahead and dive into today's plays. For the NBA play of the day, we're going to be taking the Dallas Mavericks -2 spread here versus the Warriors at -115 odds. Now, I'm pretty sure I have to go back to fact check it, but I'm pretty sure this is the first spread that we have taken in the NBA playoffs. But we are taking the Dallas Mavericks -2 versus the Warriors at -115 odds. Now, first of all, the main reason that I'm taking this is because this line makes no sense. This does not make sense whatsoever, and allow me to explain why. First of all, the Warriors, as of right now, look like they are scheduled to have everybody playing. It looks like there should be no one sitting out of this game, and with Dallas, it kind of looks like a similar situation. It looks like both these teams are pretty decently healthy, and there should be no issues with it whatsoever. But also, in the last 2 games of the series, the Mavericks have blown a pretty big lead and ended up losing by almost double digits. And then in game 1, they ended up losing by 25 points. So, with all that being said, they get smoked in game 1. They blow a huge lead in game 2. Why are the Dallas Mavericks favored? So, I decided to do a little bit of digging, and I think it is just because the Dallas Mavericks, they have won in 5 straight games at home in the playoffs. And so they are a very, very good home team just in general. Also, in the regular season, the Mavs, or between these two teams when they did match up, the Mavericks actually won and covered in 3 of the 4 games in the regular season. The only one that they didn't, they got absolutely blistered. So, but in the regular season, and I know it's different than the regular season because it is playoffs, but these are just stats in general. So the Mavericks have won and covered in 3 of the 4 in the regular season. And also, the Mavericks have just been a really good home team in general over the course of the entire year. They are 34-13 at home this year, which is the 5th best in the entire NBA. And Golden State Warriors, they are 24-22 on the road in the regular season. So nothing too crazy. They were 52.2%, so they were a little bit above 500, but on the road at least. But I think this is a situation where the Mavericks are going to win this game. And also the Warriors, they have gotten 2 straight L's on the road in the playoffs in general. So hopefully they can continue that and make it 3 straight. So that is going to be our first play of the day, the Dallas Mavericks -2 versus the Warriors at -115 odds. Now for our second play of the day, we're taking the Brewers. We're taking their run line -1.5 here versus the Nationals at -110 odds. Now, the Nationals, they have a 15-26 against the spread record as of right now, which is the worst, the absolute worst in the MLB. And so why this is 110, I'm not really sure. Also, Washington on the road has not been a very good team either. They are 9-12 against the spread on the road, and they are 12-15 against the spread after a loss. So all of these things are pointing towards the Brewers. So hopefully it does end up paying off for us. Also, Milwaukee, they are 11-8 against the spread at home this year, which is tied for 3rd best in the entire MLB. And also Milwaukee, after a win, which they did end up having just recently, they are 14-11 against the spread following a win. So I think they are in a really good spot here to be able to cash the run line here versus the Nationals. So we're going to be riding with it. Brewers -1.5 here versus the Nationals at -110 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, we're taking a money line. We're taking the Mets money line here versus the Rockies at -125 odds. Now if you take a look at it, the Mets on the year, they have had a 27-14 record over the course of the entire year, which is the 3rd best in the entire MLB. And also on the road, they're 14-6, which is tied for 1st. So I think they are in a very good spot here. They're really good on the road. They've been really good in general this year. And as a road favorite this year, so anytime they are supposed to be taking care of business on the road, a lot of times they do. They are 11-5 as a road favorite. And the Rockies, they have been, pretty decent here, over the course of the year. But after a loss, they are 9-10, so they do tend to go on, some losing streaks here and there. And also as an underdog, the Rockies, they are 10-15. So anytime that they are supposed to lose, according to the books, a lot of times they do. So we're going to be riding with the Mets money line versus the Rockies at -125 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so make sure that if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. This is King Sander signing out. Peace.